The bottom little blooper blooper is shorter than it should be. Here's the K.
Hello, hello, hello. I am here. Sorry about the delay. Just gotta get a couple of things ready. Okay. Let me just get the display. Get rid of the starting soon. Okay. Oop. Is my music? One of these days I will figure out my music. But I guess today is not going to be that day. Oops, kind of. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Mars rover. Yeah, that sounds really interesting. I don't usually play too many space simulators, but from what I've seen they look like they're they're pretty fun. So glad you well, I mean, hopefully you're having fun. I'm guessing you are. Sorry if I startled you. Just like, oops. Depending on, like, I'm a little bit tired today, so I probably will just be doing my 2 days worth of, or 2 sessions of drawing today, and then I will be heading out after that. But so today I'm going to be attempting something new, like it's because it's a new part of the drawing program that I'm doing. So it's going to be gesture drawing, which is not new, and then portrait drawing, which I'm a bit nervous about, but I'm not expecting it to be perfect. Just gonna set myself a baseline for how I'm gonna do. Oh, I will actually be right back because I have to. I forgot to grab myself a water, so I will be back in like 30 seconds. Okay, let me get my earbud back in so I can hear the music and the timer. Okay. Oh yeah, and I didn't say it before I didn't say it before I went to grab my water, but I'm going to be doing 2-point perspective, a 2-point perspective scene for the second session. Okay. Just gonna make sure my thing works. Yep. So luckily for me, I have a little bit of extra time during the gesture drawings. They're 5 minutes instead of the 2 minutes I've been doing, so I should be able to make them look a little bit better. Hopefully. It'd be kind of awkward if I didn't. Okay, got that. Pen is working. Oh yeah. Yep, so I'm a little bit delayed, because of my break, but I'm doing my best to catch up. That's why I'm doing 2 sessions per stream. I'm going to be I'm currently starting March. So yesterday's second session was the first day of the quote unquote first day of March. So yeah, it's going to be interesting, and I'm going to be honest, I got nervous for the first day of each of the months, or the beginning of each of the months when I started something new. It got I got a little jittery, so which pattern has held, but it is what it is. I'm just writing notes for myself. Okay. Let me just see if my reference thing is not. Oop. Good thing I tested it, because that is not the right reference. I almost had my reference thing pulled up the heads, not the full, not the references for gesture drawing, so thankfully I did that correctly. Okay, phew. Okay. So without further ado, I will start the drawing. Just gonna. Okay. Okay. Just doing a little bit of observation before starting the pose. Okay. Let's roll. Okay. Got the body. Oh shoot. Okay. The torso. Then the hips. The shoulders. Yeah, that looks about the right width. Yeah, I think before stream tomorrow, I'm gonna just review the gesture drawings now that I'm more like doing the longer ones again, just to make sure that I'm doing them properly. I mean, they look somewhat decent right now, but I just want to make sure that I do it correctly. Because I always want to improve. I think it's kind of the entire point of doing this. I think. Got the orbit and the arm. Okay, there we go. Oh man, this is going a lot better than my... I'm just thinking back to when I was doing my January stuff, and oh man, this is looking a bit better already. I haven't even gone through the first one yet. Which I guess makes sense that it's like, oh, you've been practicing. Well, I guess that you're gonna get better at it. Okay, got the... Yeah. There we go. Okay. It's definitely not as good as I was hoping for, but definitely wasn't terrible. Got the torso. Oh, yeah, I'm glad you came back too. Hope you're having a good time so far. I know I'm not exactly being super conversational right now, but still hope you're having a good time. Okay. Ugh. There's that. Got the... I'll after I'm done with this session, I like if I remember, I'll show you how they looked in January. It was let's just say it was very evident that I um had just started doing gesture drawings, to put it nicely. I mean, they weren't terrible. They did look human shaped, but it was yeah, it was not great. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. I just got a text from my dad, and I'm like, oh, can't. I'll answer before I move on to the other stuff, the thing that I'm doing. Okay. Okay. Boom. Got the other arm. Oop, that was not right, but that was not bad. Let me get the center line. You know, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't like having this much time is actually kind of weird for me, because like back when I did it before, like I was struggling so much that I used up all the 5 minutes to actually get it looking decent, and now I'm like I'm pretty happy with where it's at the 4-minute marker. I'm just like, uh-oh. I guess that just means I have to figure out which details that Mark suggests, or I'm gonna rewatch to see what good details are good to add. Well, that arm is a little bit wide, but it is what it is. And I to prepare for the week 10 drawings, I started, like, I watched a couple videos on how to construct bodies, like construct mannequins, because that's one of the things that it's like one of the things that is in March, and it actually gave me some good insights into how to gesture draw. So pretty happy pretty happy with it, but so far I'm pretty happy with it still. So got the I did some test drawings of the construct, like the body construction, just like as like just to time it out so I knew how many I'm going, so that I know how many I'm going to be drawing each day, because I want each session to be 45 minutes. So I want to do timeout. I wanted to see how long, and so each one takes me about, to go through the entire process takes me about 15 minutes. So, which is actually, like, I was really happy when I found, like, I was really happy when I finished it. So I'm like, you know what? It's almost like it was made to be. Wow, this is going a lot better than it knew. Than it was previously, and that's making me a little bit nervous just because I don't want to mess it up. But oh man, it's only half. Oh, my reference app, the app that I use for like drawing reference, using pulling up drawing references, gives little notifications for at different intervals during the drawing, and one of them is halfway, and I'm like, and that just went off, and I'm like, startled me, because I'm like, I so used to only having 2 minutes. It's like I almost don't know what to do with myself. Have the yeah, have all the time. It feels weird having so much time. I'm definitely gonna have to take a look at what are good things to add. Like, I know I can add the center line, but other than that, got the hand. Should probably finish the legs, huh? That would probably be good. This is okay. I got the. I'm actually pretty happy with my shapes. Like, I mean, I could add like the hair, but I mean, oop. Eh. No. Okay. There we go. No. Was that? I'm just gonna see what my dad wanted really quick. Oh, sure. Can it be tomorrow? Okay. So I'm just gonna. I asked him a question back, so hopefully I'll get. I'll see what he responds with, and then while I'm waiting. Oh, yep. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Okay. So let me get turn the opacity up on my reference. Yeah, and this is what I'm nervous about because I didn't get any practice in with this, so we will see how it goes. But this should be. My goal is to have it take 30 minutes or less. Oh man, got the hiccups. Oop. Why is that like that? Okay. Is it easier to that is pretty easy. Okay. After today I'm gonna probably do another I'm gonna watch the video again on portraits just to make sure I'm more super familiar with it. Okay. Without further ado, I am going to start the drawing. Okay, so got got that. Actually, start with the big shapes. Got the arm. Got I'm just gonna the Mark's suggestions was start with the bigger shapes first and then work on then start moving onto those smaller shapes and to like it's gonna be copying going over the doing the lines over the reference first and then doing it on the edge, like the other side, so, or in the next box. So that's kind of how I set up my my format. I'm going to be having the reference next to it while ooh. and then having the one that I'm not one under, like the one that's not the reference, have that next to it. Kind of learn that way, and then eventually, hopefully, my goal by the end of the month, and we'll see how realistic that goal is, but my goal is by the end of the month, I'd like to be able to just have the reference next to it and not need to draw over the reference. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. So, got there. Okay. I'm pretty happy with that part so far. Let me switch colors again. Got the okay. Okay. Yeah, good. Yeah, see you when you get back. Yeah, grabbing water is definitely a good idea. So, I will be here until you get back. Okay. So that goes. Oop. Forgot the switch the colors back. Then the boom. Then now onto the actual head. So we got the neck. So that's about just shy of this. Okay. So let me okay. Let's get the jaw in now. So we just okay, that's looking pretty good. Okay. I think it's actually up to there. And then fortunately for me, he's kind of he is not the most hairy guy, so he's got Mark was like, oh, you gotta really focus on getting straight lines. And I'm just like, well, I did not choose the right reference to have straight lines as my anchor point. Let me just so this is half the face. And then, or half the head, I should say. Right? Let me just make sure I'm measuring right. Oh, nope. Why did I think that was half the face? I think this is half the face. Because he's looking up, so it is what it is. So half the face, then okay. Okay. So it's actually, we are currently at half the face right now, so I'm going to mark that and then measure it out. I'm just measuring using my fingers. So got the line for the top of the head. There we go. There we go. I'm gonna be honest, this is not the most flattering drawing right now. Just like I feel kind of bad, so let me just there we go. Oop. Okay. Hopefully this will make it a little bit more flattering. Hopefully. I feel like once I add this and then the hair, that's when it's gonna look a lot better. Okay. Speaking of which, I am going to do that now. So, there, there. There you go. And go. Okay, so we. Oop. Forgot to swap the colors. You know, I'm gonna be honest. I think I made the. I don't think I made the. I did something wrong. I can tell that I did something wrong. Because. I've done the point at a random thing today. Well, before I started this program, I don't know if you wanna try this as well. Oh, the jaw on the left is a little bit too short. Oh, yeah, it is. I think thank you. I do really appreciate you pointing that out. Unfortunately for me, I have to kind of live with it for now, I'm trying to think of the way to fix that without redrawing the entire side. Huh. Oh yeah, now that you say that. Unfortunately, I'm not super familiar with like the liquify tools, so if I was, I would try that. But I think for now, it's just gonna have to be. It's gonna have to be good enough. And honestly, this is the. I'm just trying to get the baseline, so. I'll put that in my notes of something for stuff to work on. So, like just making sure the stuff is proportioned correctly. So, but that actually makes me think like I do have to his eye right there. There we go. He's got a little bit. I just realized he's got a little bit of a wide. He's got more than the normal space in between his eyes. Ooh. So what did you say you did before you started this program? Oh, there is a like I did a random I did like a thing of random like there was I went online and did a random prompt generator and did like each day like I kept hitting randomize until it was ones that I was like, oh, that sounds like fun to draw. I mean, there's quite a few like bad ones, so I did go through quite a few before getting the ones I wanted, but maybe that can be something you can try. Just yeah. I don't know if that sounds interesting to you or maybe try picking a show and then kind of like I was doing for the previous month, just like get like the kind of try to see if you can how closely you can copy the line art. What else can I think of? Or oh man, this is not how flattering. What else? Um got the or a random character generator. A lot of my, well, to be fair, a lot of my ideas came from either random generators or the characters from shows that I liked. So I mean, I don't know if that's super helpful to you, but that's kind of what I got. So that's 2, 3. I'm gonna try the prompt generator tomorrow. Yeah, that sounds awesome. That's a really good idea. Ooh. Look back and get the mustache beard. But yeah, so uh, um hmm. Since the start of the year, yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, well, kind of to make the art stand out, it's a good idea to do it, but it's just like, ugh, I really don't want to do it though. Go. You know, he's got. Well, I hope you. I wish you good luck on your I wish you good luck on color theory. I I don't remember when in the program it's going to start for me, um, but yeah, it's when I get to it, it's gonna be a. I'm gonna be like, ooh, this is great. I feel like I tried learning colors in the past, and it's like it was one of my worst areas. Man, there we go. I think that's a pretty good base for me to do this. Um, some sometime in July, I think. I don't remember the video exactly. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm I'm a little bit nervous about that cuz like I said, color theory is one of my worst areas or when I tried it before, so believe it or not, this is like right here, like this like the copying is where I was had my that was my strong suit when I was growing up. So uh, just getting to the parts where it's like, oh, that's not my strong suit. It's like, well, that's a bit nerve wracking. Oh, wait, but just gotta keep chugging along. Okay. Yeah, this. I think that having it smaller on the um too small on the left side, like the jaw being too small on the left side, kind of cascaded into it. Cascaded into it being like the head just being like all the facial features being too small. But just gonna do my best. I feel like I'm making his nose too. Like I feel he's got a kind of a big nose. I feel kind of bad for being like this is why I don't like generally like drawing real people like in detail because I always feel bad whenever I like oh I wouldn't want someone to draw me like that. So I feel bad whenever I draw somebody and it's not like super flat, like it's not uh, super flattering from my perspective, but maybe like I don't know. Like I know in the reference it has he has because he's raising his eyebrows. It um um it's causing his face to wrinkle up a little bit, but it's like well I don't want I wouldn't want someone to draw even though it's natural. I wouldn't want someone to draw those on me. But I gotta, fortunately, I gotta be accurate to the as well as accurate as I can to the reference. So there's well, I'm gonna say that this is a I one of my family mottos is room to improve, and let's just say that I am living up to that motto. I mean, should probably do the arm. Okay. Okay. And that was actually. I think this is probably going to be the best I'm going to get for now. Oh, actually, let me draw the other side too. Okay. Let me just. I think that's about as good as I'm gonna get for today. I think I'll call it on that one. But yeah. Ooh, I just cracked my knuckle. I don't know if my mic picked that up, but I just cracked my knuckles. And it was like a really really big crack. Oh man, that sounds really bad out of context. But I'm gonna Throw a decent no suspension bridge. Ooh, nice. Yeah, that Darth eh, Darth Vader does have a pretty cool helmet, and though um it's it does look pretty cool. I think it was. Oh, so it did pick it up. Sorry about that. I didn't realize when I cracked my knuckles that it would be so loud. Otherwise, I might have muted. um, I'm gonna just close the. Oh, actually, I'm gonna turn off, like, remove the reference and see. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. Not great, obviously, but I'm I'm not upset by it. The head's the head's obviously too small, but and that kind of, like, the jaw, the problem with the jaw kind of cascaded and made the head too small, but and I guess the neck is too thin. Now that I think about it, now that I'm looking and comparing, but for a first attempt, I'm gonna say that was pretty decent. Oh, just as a little thing, I'm going to. What's the easiest way to do this? Window. I'm gonna open January on this one. I'm gonna show you how it was at the beginning of January. Okay. Ooh, okay. Let me see if this will work. Actually, I just realized I can put that there. Let me switch. If I can remember how to do that. January. At least you're much. Yeah. Yeah, I have a tendency to do that too. That's why I'm like, I have to keep I have to vocalize my positive thoughts because I really internalize the negative ones. And it's like, well, like this could have been better. Like, look on the brights. I mean, I do my best to try to look on the bright side because I have a tendency to not do that in general when I'm drawing. So it's like, well, gotta kind of consciously combat it when I when I notice I start doing that. But yeah, so this is the stuff that I did in January. And I'm just like, well, I mean, the two on the left weren't bad, but I didn't even finish the one on the right. And I um those just wait. Yeah, that's why I was like um when I that's kind of why I like doing my monthly videos. I'm just gonna switch this really quick because I'm not sure what will pop up once I um when I tab off. Oh, yep. Good thing I did that because um that would have put my name out there, and I'm not super into that. Oop. tab. Okay, I'm gonna. Oh, phew, it did. Oh. Got nervous for a second. I still had the properties thing up, and but yeah, so this is the next one that I did, and it's like, yeah, there's definitely and these took from what I remember, these ones took exactly the same amount of time as the ones that I did today. I'm just like, oh my goodness, this is that's why I'm really happy that I'm looking back at these, because this is making me kind of feel a little bit better about it, at the very least, about my drawing. Like, one of the things I was working on in for the February stuff was the speed, which I guess it worked. Wow. Yeah. It's like, well, yeah. And also looking at like the line art that I did too, and it's like, those proportions are off, but could have been worse, I suppose. I guess that it's I guess that's enough going down memory lane. But yeah, definitely really happy with where I'm at. Okay, there we go. Getting back to close that. Don't save. And I'm sure when I get to the end of the March stuff, I'm gonna look back and be like, wow, I can't believe that I drew the head that small, or I made those mistakes. knowing me. Oh. Well, one of the things that might have been affecting is that I had the line smoothing on weighted, so oh well. Oops. Not the end of the world. Turn it to the Tuesday. That is not Tuesday. Let me. Okay. So I have to find. I'm gonna just do a little Google search right now, because cities skyscrapers. Unfortunately, I did not get a reference. I did not get a reference for the perspective drawing that I'm doing today. So I'm just using Google to find what cities have skyscrapers, because I found that they actually look really nice when drawing. Chicago, New York. Oh, Miami looks. Let me take a walk through in Miami. Skyscrapers in Miami, Florida. Skyscraper Center. Hmm. Hmm. List of tallest buildings. Map. Hmm. Greater Dite. Let's see if I can find it in. I have decided on what city I'm going to be going to. Let's just see if I can find a good good reference. Ooh. Okay. That is a museum, not a skyscraper. Okay. Where did it say it was? Downtown Miami. Well, it says downtown Miami. That is subway. Ooh. Hmm. Okay. Oh man, this one would be really good for a three point perspective drawing. Hmm. Okay. Oh, trying to make sure I have time zones different. Is it? Yes. Yes, that is the time. Sorry that I didn't notice what your um. Sorry I didn't see your question right away. I was kind of distracted. But yes, yeah, it's almost 7:30 for me. I am in the CST time zone. And if I remember right, you're in the EST, so it's probably about 8:30 for you. Um, yeah, no, that's fine. Um, what was I going to do? Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's about what I'm looking for right now. I think I got a a good enough one right now. I got a picture But before I start drawing, my back is getting kind of stiff. So I'm just gonna set up the I'm just gonna set up the whatchamacallit, the horizon line, and then I am going to take a quick I'm gonna take a break, get some water, and walk around to stretch out my back. But yeah, I found a place in downtown Miami, Florida. And I was like, it looks pretty neat. So figured why not? But yeah, I'll be back in a bit. So yeah, sorry about that. Okay. I am back. Uh, I am going to be honest. I'm not feeling the best right now. So, um, I might just call it here tonight and just do the perspective and the perspective drawing and um the next day as well, tomorrow, and then try to get the video posted on Sunday, if that works for you, because I am feeling not great right now. So I hope you're all good with that. I mean, I don't have the energy to finish my picture right now, but bring up this again just so that. But yeah, it's unfortunately, I'm also getting a bit of a headache. So I'm gonna call it here, business. So I hope you have a good night regardless, and sorry for cutting it short. But my I'm gonna call it here. So I'm gonna put it on the ending screen, and then I'll still be in chat for like a couple minutes, just because I have to handle something for for this. But I'll still be on my computer, but I'll be in the end screen. Hope you have a good night, and see you later.